Hello and welcome to the NEC, the National Exhibition Centre. It's the second time in a week I've been here. I was here just about a week ago for the Boat Life live show over on my Cruising the Cut channel, and now it's the turn of the Caravan Camping and Motorhome show. I wasn't, if I'm honest, planning to come to this. I only bought a ticket last night, but after various people in the comments on my last video where I was poking around motorhomes at Oak Tree said, "Oh, it's quite nice seeing round various motorhomes," I thought, well, since this show is on, and since I don't live more than spitting distance from the NEC, I might as well grab a ticket and come along. So here we are. It's just taken half an hour to get just from the motorway junction to the car park. It's going to be very busy. Of the 5 halls, apparently this one, Hall 5, is a dedicated campervan hall this year, which I always thought it was anyway, but apparently that's something new. It can safely be said there are campervans here. In which case we'd better start browsing them then, starting with a Westphalia. It rather offended me that all the Westphalias were marked accompanied viewing only. Surely the whole point of taking campervans to an exhibition is that you let people look around them unencumbered. Apparently not. Nah, their van didn't appeal to me anyway. But then a lot of the VW type of vans all have pretty much the same kind of arrangement anyway. I sometimes find it hard to distinguish between them. This van from Bilbo's is at least slightly unusual in firstly having a side-opening pop-top and then a lounge layout instead of a rock and roll bed. That moves the kitchen to the back, and on this one there's a specific toilet cubby area too, though being opposite the food area and next to the fridge won't appeal to everyone. Let's see my absolute favourite coach-built vans from Wingham. Just a shame they're so expensive. First, this Brownie, which is less than 6 metres long but has 2 fixed double beds. You go into this spacious lounge, room for a party in here, and the kitchen is along the side. There's the toilet and shower compartment behind. At the back is a compact double bed, but then above the lounge is another that pulls down from the ceiling. It's fantastic packaging, but it's the even smaller version that I really adore. You would come into the OC from the back, past the shower, and have that same large open lounge with kitchen alongside. The loo and shower sit at the back and are a very decent size. There's storage and then again a drop-down double bed. This is in a van that's just 5.4 metres long. It's easier to do this when you're not filming, but it's a very decent sized bed. Shame it's 113 grand. Something else that caught my eye was this fully electric Toyota ProAce, which has then had a fully electric camper conversion. No diesel, no propane, just a huge leisure battery, solar panel and a whacking great inverter. Whether the range holds in winter, I don't know. The cooking is an induction hob. There's the sink. And you get a microwave oven, as well as a toaster. Lots of sockets, and the bed has a heating element built in to keep you warm. From the back you can see that Victron inverter on the side. This is not a van I've seen converted before, a Renault with a big lounge area, kitchen, bathroom and a full-width bed. The Bowden's stand had some interesting variants of the VW camper. This one with seating up front, so more of a day van feel, though they can lie flat as a bed. There's a kitchen at the back, including an oven,
And next to the fridge, in that wooden-topped box, is a toilet. Most of the VWs here cost well over 60 grand, so it was interesting to see Bowden's offering one under 50. But what compromises do you make for that money? Well, this is the lower-powered transporter for a start, with fewer frills, but inside it's everything you need. A rock and roll bed, a portable toilet, lots of storage, and a full kitchen, although no oven, and no diesel heater, but that can be added. You still get a fridge and swivel chairs. Compare that with their £68,000 model, and it's bigger engined with automatic transmission, leather upholstery, a wooden worktop, an oven, and generally looking a bit more posh. But you know, the cheaper one would do everything you want to go touring in. How about a bigger van, back on the Westphalia stand? Again, no unaccompanied viewings, but I could poke the camera round. Kitchen, dining area, it's all fairly standard. Toilet in there, I think. And across the back, a decent double bed with garage space under it. Let's move on to Wild Axe, which is a most thrilling name. Based on a Fiat van, this one has a lounge area up front, but, and this is unusual, 2 bunk beds stretching down one side at the back. So as long as you don't mind not sleeping in the same bed as your partner, and for some couples that would surely be a bonus, then this seems like a really well-packaged solution. The kitchen area is opposite. And right at the back you've got the toilet and shower space. They have a bigger van called a Constellation XL at 6.4 metres. Bathroom at the back with a kitchen opposite. It's a bit like a really long version of my favourite little van, the Auto Sleeper Symbol, especially with this lounge and bed area at the front. Nothing to do with campervans, but I am rather fond of mopeds and scooters despite never having owned one, and surely in electric form like these they are the ideal town or city runabout. Cheap to buy, cheap to run, and fun, until you get hit by a car, of course. Now, who of us doesn't like a dirty weekend? And on the Dirty Weekenders stand they had a Man Van, which is a VW Crafter under a different badge. Individually built for a customer, this one has a raised bed at the back, belted seats in front, lots of nice woodwork, and plenty of storage all around.
I don't know whether you heard before, that's a shower looking thing. Oh, okay. It comes out on telescopic system. Yeah. That's cool. And then the toilet's underneath the step to get in the bed. And you can always pop into
There's a big garage underneath that. Phew, what a lot of vans, and that was just Hall 5. The other halls were less campervan and more motorhome, as well as camping and accessories, so we'll have a quick look around some of those. This Chausson campervan, for example, snappily named the V594, has twin double bunk beds at the back, so you can pack loads of good friends in. The rest was fairly standard stuff. One thing Chausson are proud of is their coach-built units that look like campervans. Inside, that's a bit tight on space in my opinion. But there's a washroom, bed at the back reached by a ladder, plenty of cupboards, and a tiny kitchen at the side. It's based on a Ford chassis. Ah, here's my new favourite, the Auto Sleeper Symbol Plus, as shown in the last vlog up at Oak Tree Motorhomes. Brand new, these are, it seems, 75 grand. But that rear corner kitchen really works for me. And the self-contained washroom to the other side. And then the big lounge area that converts to a bed. If you're talking coach-built favourites and can't afford the Wingham, then Auto Trail's F60, which I looked around last year, is my winner. That's a bargain in motorhome terms, it really is. Just 6 metres long, you get this amazingly spacious lounge with the electric drop-down double bed overhead. A really nice compact kitchen, and at the back is the separate shower and toilet area. It's pretty big and luxurious for such a short motorhome. One thing I was pleased to see, though this was the only one I spotted, was a specialist doing conversions of existing camper conversions to enable use by less physically able folk, such as this ramp for wheelchair users. And apparently the rest of the vehicle can be adapted as necessary too, for example, the driving controls. Not a camper van, but I have a soft spot for these truck camper units, and this one is tiny. You load these onto the back of a pickup truck, but they can be unattached and stand alone on little legs while you drive off. There's one of the little legs. And crammed inside is a double bed, a little dinette, plus kitchenette facilities.
You get yourself a big boy truck.
That's nearly it, but in Hall 1 I wanted to see the biggest vans. Not that we have space on British roads for giant motorhomes, so where you'd put this I don't know. However, I was definitely not the kind of tyre kicker they'd probably want looking around, so I didn't. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Cheerio.